Welcome to the I Love Winnipeg Real Estate Podcast, your premier resource for buying, owning, and investing in Winnipeg's real estate market. And now, here's your host, Adrian Schultz, who loves all things real estate, property management, and mortgage financing.
On today's episode of the I Love Winnipeg Real Estate, I'm going to speak with you about understanding your employment status. Chances are that if you're applying for a mortgage, you feel confident about the state of your current employment or your ability to find a similar position if you need to. However, your actual employment status probably means more to the lender than you might think. You see, to a lender, your employment status is a strong indicator of an employer's commitment to your continued employment. So, regardless of how you feel about your position, it's what can be proven on paper that matters most. Let's walk through some of the common ways lenders can look at your employment status. First, permanent employment, the gold star of employment. If your employer has made you a permanent employee, it means that your position is as secure as any position can be. When a lender sees permanent status, past probation, it gives them the confidence that you're valuable to the company and that they can rely on your income. Secondly, probationary period. Despite the quality of your job, if you've only been with the company for a short while, you'll be required to prove that you've passed any probationary period. Although most probationary periods are typically 3 to 6 months, they can be longer. You might now even be aware that you're under probation. The lender will want to make sure that you're not under a probationary period because your employment can be terminated without cause while under probation. Once you've made it through your initial evaluation, the lender will be more confident in your employment status. Now, it's not the length of time with the employer that the lender is scrutinizing. Instead, it's the status of your probation. So, if you've only been with a company for 1 month, but you've been working with them as a contractor for a few years, and they're willing to waive the probationary period based on a previous relationship, that should give the lender all the confidence that they need. We'll have to get that well documented. Then, of course, there's parental leave. Suppose you're currently on, planning to be on, or just about to be done a parental leave. Regardless of the income you're now collecting, as long as you have an employment letter that outlines your guaranteed return to work position and date, in that case, you can use your return to work income to qualify on your mortgage application. It's not the parental leave that the lender has issues with. It's the ability you have to return to the position that you left. Third, term contracts. Term contracts are hands down the most ambiguous and misunderstood employment status, as it's usually well-qualified and educated individuals who are working excellent jobs with no documented proof of future employment. A term contract indicates that you have a start date and an end date, and you are paid a specific amount for that specified amount of time. Unfortunately, the lack of stability here is not a lot for a lender to go on when evaluating your long-term ability to repay your mortgage. So to qualify on income on a term contract, you want to establish that the income you've received for at least 2 years. However, sometimes lenders like to see your contract has renewed at least once before considering it as income towards your mortgage application. In summary, if you've recently changed jobs or thinking about making a career change and qualifying for a mortgage is on the horizon, or if you have any questions at all, please connect anytime. We can work through the details together and make sure that you have a plan in place. It would be a pleasure to work with you.
Thanks for listening to the I Love Winnipeg Real Estate Podcast. If you like this episode, please subscribe and give us a rating, which will help us reach more listeners. Until next time, connect with us on social media and online at ilovewinnipegrealestate.ca.